Councillors, ladies and gentlemen, please be standing for the West Borough Mayor, Councillor Shane Board, accompanied by the Managing Director, Denise McGugan.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Okay, just before I move on to the first item on the agenda, can I just take the opportunity to welcome the new members of Council to Hartlepool Borough Council, and I'll then move on to the first item and my last in this role. So can we elect a new Chair of Council, please? Councillor Harrison.
Thanks, Chair. I propose Carol Thompson.
Councillor Brady.
Yeah, can I second that, please?
That's good. Is there anyone else? Is there any dissent from Councillor Thompson? No? Thank you very much. Councillor Thompson, you are elected the new Chair of Council. We'll now adjourn the meeting for a couple of minutes whilst we swap over.
Please be standing. Please be standing for the West Borough Mayor, Councillor Carol Thompson.
So the first thing we need to do is check for apologies for absences, please.
Thank you, Chair. I've received apologies from Councillors Buchan and Lindley. Are there any other apologies?
Councillor Harrison.
So the successful candidate as Mayor of Hartlepool Borough Council is Councillor Thompson, who will also therefore take the allocated seats on Constitution Committee, Appointments Panel and Civic Funds Committee and the Design Declaration. And up to you, back, Chair.
Thank you. So the permission of the council, no, we move on from there. Sorry, first go the word. So item 4, we need a proposer and a seconder, please, for Vice Chair of Council. Tom?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to propose Councillor Melanie Morris.
I'd like to second Melanie.
Any dissent? No?
Can we invite Councillor Melanie Morley to sign the declaration and to say their change?
council and the deputy leader of the council. Can I invite the proposer and seconder for leader of the council? Tom?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to nominate Brenda Harrison for leader of the council.
Thank you. Jonathan?
Can I second that nomination, please?
Is there any dissent? Deputy leader, please. Brenda?
Thanks, Madam Mayor. Could I propose Tom Green?
Thank you. Gary?
Second that, please.
No dissent? So the successful candidate is Tom Feeney.
Chair, successful candidate for the leader is Councillor Harrison, who will be appointed Chair of Finance and Policy, Health and Wellbeing Board and Constitution Committee, along with the appointments panel and outside bodies as set out in the table schedule. And for Councillor Feeney, who will be the Deputy Leader and therefore will also take the place on Finance and Policy Committee.
Item 7, a programme of council meetings has been circulated for approval. There are 2 changes to the dates listed as follows. 18th of July has been changed to the 10th of July, and the 27th of February has been changed to the 20th of February. Is there any dissent on this one? So we'll move on to item 8, to make appointments to committees and outside bodies.
Thank you, Chair. Since the schedule was drafted, there have been some further nominations received and some changes to nominations and some remaining vacancies as follows. So Neighbourhood Services Committee, the Conservative vacancy has been taken up by Councillor Young. Health and Wellbeing Board was a vacancy for Labour and a vacancy for the Conservative Independent. That Conservative Independent has been taken by Councillor Darby. The Licensing Committee, one Conservative vacancy has been taken by Councillor Darby and there is a vacancy for an Independent. Planning Committee, the Independent vacancy has been taken by Councillor Darby. Audit and Governance Committee, the Independent vacancy has also been taken by Councillor Darby. There is a vacancy on the Constitution Committee for Independent and Conservatives. Appointments panel is a vacancy for Labour and Conservative Independent, and the Civic Honours, there's one vacancy which I believe Councillor has put herself forward as the Independent, and we've got a vacancy for the Conservatives. Along with Economic Growth, Councillor Young is to replace Councillor Martin Rolls, and the appointments panel to include the appropriate policy chair. Are there any nominations from the floor to fill any of the vacancies that we've just gone through? Okay. So council approval is requested to the remaining seats on the committees as I've explained. So is there any dissent to what we've just gone through? So thank you. This makes a consideration of appointments to committees, Chair.
Thank you. So moving on to appointments to outside bodies, which is at item 9.
Thank you, Chair. Council's approval is requested to these outside bodies where there are no contested seats as set out in the report, and to refer to Audit and Governance Committee the nomination of members from the committee to serve on the joint bodies formed with neighbouring authorities for health scrutiny exercises. Since drafting the schedule, nominations have been submitted as follows. The Cleveland Police and Crime Panel, Councillor Darby will take the Conservative vacancy and his designated substitute will be Councillor Young. The Safer Hartlepool Partnership, the changes following the extraordinary council on the 16th of May, and the nominations are for Councillor Brash to chair and Councillor Oliver as chair of the Neighbourhood Services Committee to sit on the Safer Hartlepool Partnership. Updates to nominations as follows. The North East Regional Employers Organisation should read Councillor Hargreaves, not Councillor Harrison, who is chairing Economic Growth and Regeneration Committee. And for the Tees, S and Weir Valley NHS Trust, it should be Councillor Body, not Councillor Cook. Votes are required on the following contested that's actually been withdrawn now. So the Northumbrian Regional Flood and Coastal Committee will now be Councillor Dodds. And Hartlepool and District Sports Council will be Councillor Holder. The Hartlepool War Memorial and Cosby Homes, confirmation is required. We hired Councillor Brian Cowley wasn't re-elected, so he's no longer eligible for that seat, so it will be Councillor C. Wallace. Are there any other nominations for the... Sorry?
Councillor
Chris. I was just saying that at the next. Sorry, Steve. I did say so. Thank you. Are there any nominations for any of the following vacancies set out in the schedule? North East Migration Partnership, Standing Advisory Council for Religious Education, Tees Valley Combined Authority Audit and Governance Committee. There is a vacancy for there.
Yeah, I've got a couple of amendments to make, but I can come back to those later. But for the Audit Governance Committee, we'd like to nominate Councillor Morley with Councillor Roy as her substitute. Oh, sorry, just on that, given that Councillor Morley can't also sit on the Overview and Scrutiny Committee as my substitute, I'd like to nominate Councillor Allen as the substitute from me from the Overview and Scrutiny Committee.
Also, for Overview and Scrutiny, Councillor Young will take the Conservative vacancy and will inform us of a substitute. Local Joint Consultative Committee, we've got Councillor Young put himself forward for the Conservative vacancy, and there is an independent vacancy. Have we got any nominations? Chairman. We've got a vacancy for the Age UK Teesside International Airport Consultative Committee. We have a vacancy. Emphasis Education Charity, we have a vacancy. That concludes the outside bodies position chair.
Thank you. Down to item 10.
Sorry, Chair.
Rachel? Sorry, Councillor Brenda.
I asked to vote. Can I just make also another amendment as well to the Teesside Pension Fund? Councillor Scarborough has very kindly offered to take my spot.
So now item 10, Council requested to adjourn this annual meeting to the 23rd of May at 7 p.m. to receive suitable presentations from the new elected chair of council. And can I just add before we leave that the licensing committee would please stay for the committee meeting. Councillor Hargreaves.
Oh, just at the end.
Can I just check the date of the amended council meeting? You said 10th of July, it's a Wednesday. Is that going to break? That's fine.
Chair, can I be a bit presumptuous as managing director? Tonight is going to be two loyal colleagues of Hartlepool Borough Council's last council meeting, and between them they have 81 years of service. So on the 31st of June, 28th of June, about holidays, they will walk out the door with all that knowledge and experience, and I believe that that should be recorded. I know members want to say a few things, but I'll just want to say something myself. So Amanda started in local government in December 1983. She is a fountain of knowledge and experience and has been instrumental to the changes in Hartlepool Borough Council's governance arrangements over the years, and definitely keeps me in area in check, even this evening, at all times. I call her the Queen of our Constitution. David, also 40 years experience, started in June 1983 and came to Hartlepool in 1986, believe it or not, to cover Amanda's maternity leave. Another fountain of knowledge and experience. He is the king of the council diary. They are royal in my eyes. They are absolutely bastions of this authority, and something that a number of us can live to aspire to, be as professional and loyal to this organisation. I'll now hand over. I will take my fun and joy with these two at another time and place in front of staff, not here at the council this evening, so I won't embarrass you too much, guys. Hand over to the chair.
Councillor Harrison.
Thanks, Chair. So, the two in question have been here in all the time I've been here, obviously, because it hasn't been that long. I have never, I think together, as Denise has pointed out, you know, you do take with you so much experience. However, you've left that as well. You've left a fantastic legacy, both of you. I'm just going to say a few words about Amanda, because we couldn't really split you very, very easily. So I'm going to say a few words about David. But your commitment and professional fortitude, really, in doing your job has been second to none. You have always seemed friendly, approachable, pleasant. I've never seen you without a smile on your face. And you might have felt like not having a smile on your face sometimes, but you've always got that smile. And I'm sure you're like a swan, and the legs have been going underneath, but you have just floated through your job and made it very easy for members, you know, I have to speak on behalf of us really, very easy for members to actually do our job and to know what we're doing, and you've kept us right. I will miss you both. Well,
Well, I didn't realise that Amanda and David were leaving. Before I say anything about those two very worthy people, can I just offer my congratulations to you, Madam Chair, for taking up the position. And I wish you an excellent year, and I'm sure you'll have one. As I said, I didn't realise that Amanda and David were leaving. I stand here, and I think I'm certainly the only one in the room who predates them. So I remember them coming as young whippersnappers. They've done a phenomenally good job. They'll be a very, very, very hard act to follow. They've always served me personally in the council exceptionally well. If we get anyone to replace them that's half as good, we'll be doing exceptionally well. And I wish them every success in whatever they choose to do next, a long and very healthy retirement from HBC, and how you put up with us bloody long hours, I do not know. But thank you for your service, and hope you enjoy your retirement, as I said. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and again, congratulations. You look really well there, so a great start. Amanda and David have been a consistent and stable voice to somebody who, as many of you know, can be a little bit out there in terms of his ideas. And I think I've already shared some thanks with them before tonight's meeting, but from my personal perspective, there's often been times I've walked and said, I really would like to do this. And Amanda will not say no, she will say, all right, let's sit down and look at it. And then you look at the technicality of everything that has to happen for that one thing to maybe take shape, but not even to happen, just to take shape. And I can't fathom the amount of effort that you've both put in over what is an incredible amount of time. But I've personally seen the technical work that's had to go into everything that you do, and I, for one, appreciate you both very much. And in the same way as Councillor Body said, a long retirement with lots of holidays, and I've taken that advice and I've booked 2 this year for myself, so there we go. But you have a great time in your retirement. Thanks very much.
Councillor Moore.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Obviously, I will speak on behalf of the group this evening, and I can't speak on behalf of all of the independents, but I'm pretty sure that they'll all agree with what I'm about to say. And that is that these two, as has been said, are consummate professionals, and I've had the pleasure of working with them both on a day-to-day basis over a number of years, and I come to rely on them heavily. David and I spent many afternoons putting the world to rights, and I enjoyed our time working together immensely, David, so thank you for that. And I think what summed it up for me was not a conversation with you about you, it was actually with your brother-in-law at a function I was at, when he was telling me the story of how when Stuart Drummond was the elected mayor here, he was desperately trying to get all the gossip from you, and yet you refused point blank, because you are an absolute professional, and you refused point blank to share anything that goes on in here outside of the room. And I think that's a testament to your character, David, and it's something that I took to heart, and I knew I would always have your confidence over. It's my time as leader, so thank you. And Amanda, as Mike was saying, a lot of the time, whenever I came up with anything, I wanted to do anything, it wasn't really Haley or Denise that I checked this first, it'd be Amanda, because I knew if Amanda said no, then it wasn't possible for me to do it. But the best thing about it was Amanda. I might not have always got the right answer I wanted. Well, I might not have got the answer I wanted, never mind the right answer. But we'd at least try and find a way, within the rules, and keep me right, to be able to deliver on what we were trying to do. It's been lovely working with you as well. You've been that, dare I say, you were a lovely mothering figure within the office. And you kept me right, kept me sane, and won't hide anybody who raised their voice or profanities, Mike, in the office next door, because you would feel the wrath, albeit very quietly. So again, I wish you both the very best in your retirement. I hope I will see you again, and thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, I mean, I've had the opportunity to annoy and frustrate both of you over a number of years. And when they were asking me if I would consider coming back on the council, it was one of the reasons that I came back on the council, was to continue to annoy and frustrate the two of you. Changing dates and trying to, make decisions in committees that probably weren't quite allowed, and never being able to get hold of me on the phone and emails and all that type of stuff. So for that, I'm very sorry. I'm very grateful for your continued patience, your continual patience, and for always trying to work with me and through busy times and through the ups and downs. So I'm very grateful to you for that, and a massive, massive thank you on behalf of everybody in the council and this town, really, for the years of service that you have both put in as consummate professionals, impartial to a fault, and just very calm when all about you were potentially up in arms and at war, and you're both just amazing. And I've spoken to you, Amanda, this week. David, I never got back to you on that phone call, but yeah, so just it has been wonderful working with you both, and I do, like everybody else, wish you a very long and healthy it's fine, and I hope that you will not be strangers to the Borough Council. Although if I were you, I definitely would be.
I don't know if people know that Amanda's knowledge of background papers. You can phone Amanda up and she can get you the agenda just like that within 10 or 15 minutes. It's in your mailbox. I think that unique gift that you've got when you need to do research and stuff is just second to none. We're going to really, really miss that so much, especially like new councillors when you pay a certain gives a reference to a previous paper. That is just going to be, you won't have that experience, unfortunately. But that was a gift from God. That was, and David keeping you right in meetings. I let people talk. I like to talk a lot. And this is a rebel, and keeping me right within committees of adults and neighbourhoods. Thank you so much. And I'm going to miss you all. It's not going to be the same. But good luck.
Thanks, Chair. We could be here all night praising these two, so I won't repeat what others have said. I just want to put on record my thanks to both of them. Their combined knowledge is it's unmatched in this council, it really is. On a personal level, I'm going to have a chat about Formula One, but yeah, just want to say thank you.